Okay, great. So all set now. We do have this memorial. Okay. I've already gone through it on fine. So great.
Yes, sir. Thank you. May the council approach?
Yeah, please.
Your Honor, the Indian Constitution is designed to protect its citizens and promote equality towards everyone. In this case, it seems like Mr. Kapoor doesn't get his right for his freedom. He was illegally detained for 5.5 years, more than his punishment. His detainment was unjustified no matter what the crime he has committed. He was even afflicted with mental abuse. Even in the case where Indian citizen was illegally detained against the constitution. Even in the case of Bhim Singh of Jammu and Kashmir, he was illegally prevented by not attending the session of Legislative Assembly. He was inflicted by harassment by the police. Even the petitioner was also faced this similar problem. China supervising reportedly states that the unknown for detention was due to the letter number 1838. In addition to this report, on February 18th of 1977, the local civil surgeon says that the appellant is normal and which was passed on the law department on February 21st of 1977. It seems that our country pays no heed to these cases. And another such case was S. Anand versus the state of Tamil Nadu. He was not only detained but also suffered bodily harm and torture. And it was took place in the hands of police. These autocracies were against us by the police is serious misuse of powers, and it goes against the protection of Indian citizens. How come we will be safe if the police who should protect us are leading us to danger? When we come to Mr. Kapoor's case, he was illegally detained for 5.5 years than his punishment. There is a huge loss for him as he was mentally disturbed, lost bondings, and the state of unemployment. Either he has committed a crime that doesn't give any excuses. It would be subjected for physical detainment and mental torture. It would be considered severe violation of life of our freedom. So why should be the only Kapoor exception in this case? Our rights cannot be violated and everyone should be treated equally. Therefore, I urge this court to take severe action on this act committed against Mr. Kapoor.
Fine. So second council person, would you like to proceed?
May the council approach the dais?
Yeah, please.
In the state of Bihar, known as Bhagalpur, as said by my first speaker, Mr. Kapoor has been violated of his fundamental rights. He was detained for 14 years illegally after he was acquitted. The appellant, Mr. Kapoor, has filed a case based on the Article 32, which states the protection of fundamental rights. So he wants some compensation to continue his life. He has lost his job and also his freedom. The point here is, if the Article 32 provides him compensation for the violation of his fundamental rights according to Article 21 or not. Mr. Kapoor was violated of his rights and life and personal liberty. He needs some medical treatment on the government's expense and compensation for illegally detaining him for 14 years. So it is not possible for Mr. Kapoor to live his daily life just as others. He needs his daily requirements, so it requires capital. So we request to provide him some compensation.
Fine. Now, was the council person would you like to add anything else? No? Okay, fine. So I'd like to proceed with the question and answer session now. Okay, just a second. Let me share the screen. Okay. So, council person, can you just tell me like how much compensation would be fine for your client?
Actually, we require compensation amount for about 10 lakhs. His shelter and also for the daily requirements. We want to ask the government to give us some job, like help him in finding his job. The compensation amount is nearly 10 lakhs.
10 lakh. Okay, fine. Great. Okay, can you just tell me like how it's related to Article 21 of Indian Constitution? I've gone through your memorial, but would you like to explain before the Code of Law?
Article 32 states right to life.
Article
Sorry,
21.
21.
Mhm. Okay, so how it is actually related to your case law?
Sir, actually, the right to life was not given to Mr. Kapoor. He
Mhm.
was illegally detained for more than 14 years. The
Okay,
freedom was not given.
okay. And what is Article 32?
So Article 32 states the protection of fundamental rights.
Okay. Okay, what is habeas corpus? Anyone? Anyone who would like to respond related to habeas corpus?
Sir, arresting a person without any warrant, arrest warrant.
Okay, fine. I won't go in detail. Okay. So don't you think like 10 lakh rupees and including government job is actually means you want like compensation and including government job, so it's actually not fair.
So we actually asked for a job, not a government job.
Mhm.
Like government should help him in finding his job.
Okay, so it can be a private job as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Do you think like if someone is having, a person is having problem related to mental issues? So do you think like a person is having, this problem and he should get acquittal from the jail?
Sir, actually didn't
Yes,
get
sir.
the
Actually, they didn't even provide proper medical
Mhm.
expenses.
Okay.
He was in jail normally without any judgment of even court.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, fine. Fine. Okay. So why didn't you try for Article 226? Why didn't you file this matter under Article 226? Why only Article 32?
want the issue to be big, so we just filed it under 32.
So you should have utilized Article 226, which gives you almost similar right to go to the High Court in your own state. Okay, no problem. Fine. Great. Fine. So already I have checked your memorial and it's quite good, impressive, good effort taken by you guys. Okay. So we are going to finish today's session here and we'll meet now in second round. Thanks so much. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, most welcome.